I don't understand how anyone can call Season 1 or Series 14 or whatever anyone's calling it these days a really good jumping on point for Doctor Who. Tonally it's there, but as a reboot it's rather lacking, I feel. It's an utter failure of a reboot. Let's start there. It wanted to be a reboot, it pretended to be a reboot. It is distinctly not a reboot, and I almost think maybe they should have made it a proper reboot. Okay, let's call this a jumping on point. Start at season 1. Ncuti's fairly mysterious in the first episode, that's okay. Talks about things like being adopted. Obviously, if you've seen Jodie's series, you know what he's talking about, but if you don't know, then that's fine. Okay, cool, good jumping on point. Ruby's stuff doesn't make much sense, but that's the mystery for this series, that's not building on something previously. Very good. You've got the season-long arc of Susan Twist popping up in random places. That actually started in the 60th, so you could say that maybe you need to watch the 60th for that, but you could just ignore it, that's just one more Susan Twist appearance that you didn't know about. The Mavity thing, that started in the 60th. Okay, so we're getting bits of 60th we need to see, and then the finale you go to Unit, and they don't really do a very good job of explaining who Unit are, or who the friends are, or who Rose is, Donna's daughter. Okay, so it feels like you're meant to know what the 60th did to get into this series. That's okay, we'll go back. You go back to the 60th. Instantly, David Tennant is standing in the creepy CGI void, explaining to you stuff about Donna. Now, it's not a great explanation, it's a nice recap for people who've already seen it, but if I hadn't seen it, that would be the most jarring opening to an episode of something that I'm meant to be able to watch fresh, ever. If you don't know what Series 4 is like, you don't know why Donna matters. The Donna in the beginning of this is kind of boring and unlikable, and then for the second 2 episodes of the 60th, she doesn't really do very much, other than spilling coffee on the TARDIS and waking up a demon dog. It's okay, so we need to see Series 4. Okay, so now we don't just have to watch Season 1. We have to watch Season 1, we have to watch the 60th, and we have to watch Series 4. Okay, let's go back to Series 4. Series 4, this is the big end to the Russell T Davies era, or at least Russell T Davies 1. So you have Torchwood running around, you have Martha running around, you have Rose running around. Everybody's here. Okay, so to understand who any of those people are, I kind of have to watch Series 1 to meet Rose, Series 3 to meet Martha, and probably Series 2 to get all of Torchwood. So I have to watch all of Series 1 to 4 to understand the 60th, and I have to watch the 60th to understand Season 1. That's a failure of a reboot. Look at Series 5. Moffat did it. He rebooted it. You can get most of what's going on with the Doctor without any help. Whether you agree with what Moffat did with the character, it worked though. The move to Capaldi wasn't very good for a reboot because it needs to carry Clara over, but when Clara goes and he does the University series, that's a fairly fresh start until they give up and just bring Missy in, so that kind of failed there too. But Series 5 is closest to a fresh jumping on point if you don't want to watch the Eccleston series, which I have no idea why anyone wouldn't want to watch the Eccleston series, it's the best one. But if you really, for some reason, don't want to watch old Doctor Who, you could jump in on Series 5. But you could not jump in on Season 1, I don't think particularly well, and I know people have. But don't you think that you're missing something when they still keep referencing things that you have no idea about? So I think it's a failure as a reboot. Definitively not a good reboot. Not a good first series, but a perfectly good next series of Doctor Who for the most part. I did find myself very mixed on all the episodes, and so many of them got worse over time because of Russell T Davies, which I'm sad to say, and I'm not one of these people who likes to demonize the showrunner. Although I know I'm guilty of it, and I think we all are. During the Moffat era, I was sick of Moffat doing his Moffatisms. During the Chibnall era, I was begging for Moffat to come back, and now I'm still begging for Moffat to come back. I'm not begging for Chibnall to come back, but I could appreciate what Chibnall was doing whilst he was there. I know you're a fan of Doctor Who, but if you're a fan of card games too, I have a special treat for you. I partnered up with Whatnot to do a sponsored stream where I'm going to be giving away one of the Doctor Who Magic the Gathering decks. All you have to do to come on Whatnot is watch the stream. You don't have to buy anything. Anyone can be chosen from the pool of watchers to get the deck for free. Although you might want to buy something because I'll be giving away cards and selling packs the whole time I'm streaming that day. If you've never used Whatnot before, then I have a treat for you because you can make a new account using the link in my bio, and that will give you £10 of free credit to spend on anything you like. It does not have to be me. You can go and grab that secret shoe that you've been always wanting to buy instead of the Magic the Gathering cards that I'll be giving away on stream. It's a super fun time over on Whatnot. I've been doing loads of giveaway streams for Yu-Gi-Oh! And Digimon and Magic the Gathering, so if you go and you're interested in anything else, then feel free to bookmark any of my other upcoming streams, and I'll try and get to see you soon. I'll put the date on the screen now for the Doctor Who giveaway in particular, but otherwise there's loads of different streams that you can bookmark over on my Whatnot, which I say, again, is linked in my bio. Thank you so much for listening to my thoughts on Doctor Who Series 1. It's a mixed bag, but it's certainly not a bad start to an era. I think as long as you don't count it as a reboot era, because it will make no sense in that case.